Hey, welcome to Screenplay Junkie. My name's Drew Hellmich, and I'm a screenwriter. Film is a pretty sweet medium of art. However, before anything can make it to the big screen, it must start as a blueprint, text on paper. So if you're a fellow addict of film and storytelling, come join us as we take a look at various types of screenplays, short stories, and other source material that were crucial to the creation of the stories that we all love. I must warn you, though, there will be spoilers, so I do recommend being familiar with the title that's being discussed. Sound good? Cool. Then let's get started. Welcome back, fellow story addicts, to Screenplay Junkie, episode number 33. Drew, Matt, and Bryan here.
Hello.
What's up?
Hi. Shalom.
Shalom.
You know, I always heard that. I don't even know what that means.
What is that?
I think it's hello in like Lithuanian, or
Is it like hello and goodbye? It's like the Hawaiian thing, like mahalam, or what do they say?
Aloha?
Aloha. Aloha.
yeah, I don't know. So
It's the same thing. Shalom. Aloha.
Don't
It's the same
fact check
thing.
me or anything because I'm probably wrong. To
I
be
think
honest. don't know
shalom.
where
I
it's
think
from.
shalom is Jewish.
Oh,
So
Maybe.
okay.
Yeah,
I believe.
I don't know.
Shalom.
All right, we have no idea. But what we do know is that we got Toy Story 4 today.
Toy Story 4, Cuatro for all of our Spanish listeners.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, of course. Toy Story 4, we went to the movie theater. Let's just start out with a question here. What was your favorite toy growing up, you guys? And why?
Ooh, all-time favorite toy growing up.
Yeah, has to be a toy, like not like a game system, you know. Got to be a toy.
I really liked. We had toy cars, and you could set up tracks.
Yeah, those are
And,
good.
Yeah, you can make like loop-de-loops
I like that
and
one.
stuff.
Hot
out of
Wheels.
that.
That's what I was
Hot
initially
Wheels.
thinking, to be
Hot
honest.
Wheels was a lot of fun. So that'd
totally.
be my Hot Wheels. Yeah.
All right, that's a good one.
Wow. My toys, I'll probably go with like the classic. I always found myself, the one that comes to mind, my Rescue Heroes at the time.
Rescue
they had
Heroes,
the
yeah.
plane, you can drop them in the plane, fly around, go rescue, make your own little missions.
Okay.
Be any creativity, but
Solid.
action figures. I'll put it as that, as broad as it can be.
Nice, man. For me, probably Army guys. Like just the classic green versus the tan Army guys.
Nice.
Set them up, have a little battle, a war maybe.
Mm.
And then if you want to get
We all
really
did that,
crazy.
yeah.
If you want to get really crazy. But yeah, definitely playing with more people made it more fun. But if you want to get crazy,
Always.
set up some blocks, make towers.
Yep.
Maybe throw in like a monster like Godzilla. So it's the Army guys versus Godzilla.
Ooh.
That got insane.
Did you bring up rubber bands yet, too? You could, like,
No.
slingshot rubber bands at the other team, and that's how you could knock them down.
Yeah.
Like V-bombs, essentially.
Yeah, or
You
just
got it.
like it's some sort of like artillery, actual physical artillery instead of using your imagination.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, those toys were, like, relevant, too, when the first Toy Story came out in
Yeah.
1995.
Yeah, totally.
The green, the Army guys.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
none of us had tablets or anything that we were just playing on all day. It was just action figures or
Yeah.
Hot Wheels. It was all toys like that, physical things that you had to play with.
Oh yeah.
You just use your imagination, man. It was the best.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we went and saw Toy Story 4 in the theater. Do we have any theater stories that we think are worth telling? You think, guys, or
Other than we spent $12 to see it.
sure?
That's about it.
You're welcome, Disney. $36 from all of us.
There you go.
Well, one person asked us to get out of our seats because Bryan bought a seat in the wrong section. So that was kind of a little...
I have reasonings.
Yeah, that was
I have
strange.
It was
reasonings.
fine, though. I mean, we just had to scoot over just one row or whatever, or just one seat.
The robot that
Wasn't
I
a
was
big deal.
buying my ticket from.
A
'Cause
big-
we don't talk to people when we go buy movie tickets anymore. We
go to
just
the
we
kiosk.
go to the kiosk.
Just go to the kiosk.
It failed. It wasn't me. It was the machine.
There was also a lot of kids in
A lot
the
of
theater,
kids.
which
Of
course.
I didn't think of that at all.
I
Like,
wasn't
was
thinking
not
that,
prepared
of course,
for that.
at all.
So
No?
many children.
Really?
I didn't think. I mean, it's a G-rated movie. You think it would have crossed my mind that there'd be 5
They're loving it.
G-rated movie, and I was excited to see some of the previews, and then Drew was just sitting there. He's like, "Oh, well, since it's a G-rated movie, they're not going to show any rated R previews." And I was like, "Duh, fuck! I didn't even think of that."
Yeah.
I was excited to see some like good ass movies coming out soon, but
Nope.
I only got plugged with a new Smurfs movie. It looked like some sort of
Trolls.
Yeah,
Yeah, Trolls.
I don't even know. Something with Jeremy Renner. He's in it. They showed it twice. They showed it to us.
And Frozen,
twice.
the new Frozen.
Oh yeah, I
It
forgot
seems like
about
they're
the
all
Frozen,
musicals these days.
Yeah.
They're all wait, I think that it was back then too, though. All the Disney movies were musicals. What am I
Yeah.
talking about?
I mean, yeah, every preview was an animated movie, pretty much, for sure.
Other than that one.
How about the
It
Jeremy
was like a
Renner
church
one?
or something. I don't know.
When he's like an Arctic fox who wants to be a sled dog. It's like, jeez.
Shout out the voice actor that did the casting though.
Oh, let's not bring that
Oh,
up.
that was great.
Don't forget about Alec Baldwin.
The voice was
dude,
pretty.
it was so
brutal.
bad. It was so bad. It was so fake.
That
It
guy
just
makes a
sounded way
career
too
out of
fake.
doing that. He makes a career. He puts
Jeremy
food on the table
Renner.
for his family.
It's just like, oh,
Jeremy Renner.
I also heard one kid. He was like at the beginning of the movie, he was repeating every single line of dialogue that was going on.
Really?
So I was just like, oh my god. I was like, am I in a cave right now?
Yeah,
What's this
echo.
So I'm glad that kid got sick of repeating the lines. 'cause
Or his
I was getting
parents
sick
just
of him.
shut him up. They're like, hey,
No,
hey,
dude.
put a sock in
The
his mouth.
the group of kids who were there, whoever was watching them was not doing anything. They were just letting them do whatever they want. Like they were being loud throughout the first part of the movie. There, it was ridiculous.
Yeah, making our movie experience worse. Forget about it.
Yeah, we're just trying to enjoy Toy Story 4. Like, come on. Anyways,
Yeah, well, and I did not see any females in the men's bathroom this time. So I guess
That's
that was
good.
bummer.
That's good.
Yeah, John Wick definitely had some more, some funnier stories for sure.
No cargo.
That's all right. You can't get them every time. Can't get them every time. Also, you know what I just realized? We all could get a Toy Story themed tattoo, and it would make a lot of sense. Do you know which one I'm talking about?
No.
I'm thinking Woody.
You could.
Oh, I get it. It's because our dad's name is Andy, so we could all get Andy tattooed on our foot.
Yep.
Because we were made by him, I guess. Or I guess he kind of
He
owns
owns
us. Right?
Oh.
Yeah, that's. I mean, I wouldn't get that, but if we were to do it, it would make sense, kind
It
of,
would make
in
a
a
lot
way.
of sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be a little
That'd be
creepy, too, though.
very ticklish tattoo.
Oh yeah, totally.
Oh, that would probably be really painful.
Yeah, it
Ticklish.
would.
Probably would. Oh,
Yeah.
ouch.
Yeah. Anyways, just random, Toy Story tattoos, I guess, whatever. But let's move on to trivia, huh? Shall we?
Before that, I'll just read over some information on the movie, just the
Oh yeah, that too. Duh.
IMDb stuff. So,
Forgot about that.
Toy Story 4 came out on June 21st, 2019, so just a few weeks ago. And I'll go ahead and read the logline now. When a new toy called Forky joins Woody and the gang, a road trip alongside old and new friends reveals how the big world can be for a toy.
Great. I mean, I didn't know
That
anything
totally
about.
fits.
I
The
didn't know
world is
anything
so
about
big
this
for a
movie.
toy.
Yeah.
The world's big
You were
for
saying
all
you
of
didn't know
us.
anything about it.
No, I did. I knew nothing about this movie going into it. I had no idea what to expect.
Yeah,
as
neither
far
did
as
I.
what their
Nothing.
adventure would be. You know.
The only thing I knew was that Woody was the chasey. That's who they were going after in this one. The team, essentially. When you
Yeah,
think of
I
the
mean,
original
I guess they were kind
Toy
of
Story team.
They were just looking for him while he was looking for Forky, I guess.
Yeah.
But let's see. So Tom Hanks still did the voice for Woody. I guess I jumped ahead of myself.
It's fine.
I wanted to say this movie was directed by Josh Cooley, and it was written by John Lasseter, Andrew Stanton, Josh Cooley, Valerie Lapointe, Rashida Jones, Will McCormick, Martin Hines, Stephanie Folsom, and that's it. 8 people.
Yeah.
Are some of the original guys still in there?
Yeah, Andrew Stanton, I believe. I know him for a fact. He does a lot of Pixar stuff. Like, I mean, he did
cool.
like
He's a
Finding
beast.
Nemo.
Yeah.
You know, he's been there for a long time.
That's awesome.
So 8 people wrote it. That's a lot of heads on one project. That's crazy.
It is, especially from a writing
That's
standpoint.
all right.
I just couldn't. I feel like agreeing on one specific way. It's just like, okay, deadline. We have to have this done. If that's it. You know,
Yeah.
cut
True.
it, get it out. But
I don't know how.
I don't know,
That's
though.
maybe that's how Pixar does it for a lot of its projects. Who knows?
Probably.
But anyways, Tom Hanks was back for Woody. Tim Allen was back for Buzz Lightyear. They had Annie Potts voice Bo Peep. Tony Hale played Forky. And then Keegan-Michael Key was Ducky. And Jordan Peele was Bunny.
Yeah.
Some other shout-outs are Keanu Reeves was Duke Kaboom.
There's a lot of people in this.
Yeah, like Joan,
we could go through
Joan
the whole.
Cusack's Jesse. I mean, yeah, you're right. There's a ton of names, but we'll just leave it at that. And let's talk some money now. Let's talk money. So they made the movie.
Yeah.
They made this movie for
$1 million. probably way more than that.
I'm guessing they made the movie for in the $100 million range, but it doesn't say on the website, so I'll just say how much money it's made. Worldwide, it's made $773 million.
Oh,
Yeah, that's crazy,
So it's
man.
definitely made its money back.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
and then some.
Yeah, like tenfold. I mean, it's going to get to $1 billion, I'm guessing, at some point.
Easily.
So that's pretty awesome for them.
Yeah, you'd expect that for Toy Story.
Oh, yeah, true.
Absolutely, yeah. Something that's been, it's 20 years now that
Yeah,
this
Because
story
it
has
has,
been going on.
it has like all demographic too. It's got us. We know the first one as a
Right.
child, and all the other kids.
Yep.
It's a
Yeah.
movie that everyone
Yeah.
can just enjoy.
Exactly, and the animation really holds up too from 1995.
Oh, it's so good.
So good.
But yeah, the first one came out in 95. Toy Story 2 came out in 1999. Toy Story 3 came out in 2010.
Okay.
Now number 4, 2019.
Okay.
And I'm in the trivia section now too, just so you can catch up. And let's talk about the original screenplay that was going on for this film. And according to one of the more unknown actors, just like a lesser actor in the film, it didn't say who, about 75% of the original script was thrown out entirely, and it was rewritten because two of the original screenwriters, I guess Rashida Jones, who you might know that name, she was on Parks and Rec, I think, and then Will McCormick, they left the production, I guess, because they were unhappy with what was going on. So then a lot of what they had written was just scrapped.
Oh,
But yet
God.
they're still credited as part of the screenwriting
Part of the-
team.
yeah, story.
I wonder if it was completely different. I wonder if it had the same sort of storyline.
It was probably an entirely different ending.
Wow.
Who knows? Yeah, maybe the whole.
You'll never know.
Maybe everything was different. I don't know. But no matter what the plot was, Tom Hanks and Tim Allen signed on for the fourth film before they knew anything about it.
Oh, I'm sure.
They just agreed to do
They
it.
knew. I mean, they were like, "Yo, we've
That's
already
awesome.
done 3 movies
I would
that
have
have
totally
been
done it too.
really good." So
Yeah.
it's just like,
It's a no-brainer.
No brainer.
Easy money.
yeah,
And you don't even have to act. You just show up and talk into a microphone like us boneheads. So this was Keanu Reeves' first Disney movie, and it's his first G-rated movie.
Wow.
No way,
This is
dude.
no
Shout
John
out
Wick.
Keanu.
Yeah, from rated R to G. He can really do it all. He's diversifying. He played Duke Kaboom in this movie, right? And I
Yeah.
guess it's a real Canadian action figure, I guess.
oh, okay.
And it was in The Incredibles 2, apparently, in Jack's crib. Nice. Posing.
He
What's
does a
doing?
lot of posing
He's
throughout the
posing.
movie.
It was in the crib.
Yeah, apparently he was in Jack's crib.
You said number 2.
The
In
original-
Incredibles 2.
Oh,
I've never
okay,
seen
okay.
that, so I'll have to watch it and look out for it.
And Duke Kaboom, obviously, is based off Evel Knievel.
Yep.
Yeah.
The Canadian Evel Knievel.
Right. Okay.
So Don Rickles, he voiced Mr. Potato Head in everything up until 2017 when he passed away. And I guess Rickles' family asked the Pixar studio to just use his voice, like different recordings of his voice for Mr. Potato Head in this film, and that's exactly what they did. So in the movie, you hear a few lines, and it's actually Don Rickles' voice from the dead.
See, I would have had
Whoa.
no idea, to be honest with you. I
No.
just completely.
He only
completely
talked
forgot
like
that
3
passed.
times.
Yeah, he didn't say
that's
much.
true. He didn't say much.
But
He was
still
just
pretty
like,
cool.
"What you-" That's probably all he said, to be honest.
He didn't say much. Something or a toy that was not in Toy Story 4 at all was the Green Army Men. Drew, your favorite
Yeah.
toy?
I noticed that. I was
Those
like, what
army
happened to those guys? Mm-hmm.
Those guys were really cool too, from the first one especially. But yeah, they were completely absent, not in the movie.
Bogus, man. Bogus. They should have. We'll get to the spoilers later, but never mind.
Yeah, we'll get there. But that's all my trivia, Brian. I think you got a few things for us, right?
Yeah, they're just quick, just like little nerd facts, I'd say, about the this whole production.
Nerd facts.
The whole production of Toy Story, because this is all animation. Like you got dudes on computers that are modeling,
Yeah.
making each individual character and all that. And so the original Toy Story, what I found from way back when, the animators had roughly 117 computers running 24 hours a day, each frame.
Wow.
And so it's like frame by frame and how they make a move. So like each frame is a fraction of like a movement. Could take up to 45 minutes to 30 hours to render. Just one frame.
Jeez, man.
And for the whole movie, a total of 114,240 frames.
Wow.
Unreal for just the amount of time that goes into these things and just so much effort. And
Tedious
then you think,
work, very
That's the first
tedious.
one. To think now, because like I've seen, I don't know if anybody out there has seen these pictures. I showed you these guys, but they have like the fabric details. They have
Yeah.
scuff marks on Buzz
It's amazing.
Lightyear. They
It's
have
amazing.
like the rendering and what these people create out there. It's absolutely unreal to like when you think about it.
Something I
I'm
read,
amazed by
this wasn't a part of Toy Story 4. It was part of Finding Dory. Apparently, I haven't seen it, but there's an octopus in Finding Dory.
Yeah.
And the movements, they wanted to mimic a real octopus, I guess. It took them a whole year to build the engine to create that animation. Just for a 5-second, 10-second scene. It took them a year to build it.
Dude, that's the thing. For making this movie, they had to invent a new software.
Yeah, exactly.
Just to make it render. It's just like,
Jeez,
what?
man.
Yeah.
Unreal,
yeah,
these
but
guys.
you can do that with when you're making $700 million on a movie.
And winning Oscars every year for your animated films. That's what Pixar does.
That's so true. That concludes, yeah. No, that's
You
it.
just had one thing? You're over here saying, I got all these things. I got a bunch of things I'm going to share with you guys. You had one thing.
No, that was a bunch of things.
That was
within
one
thing.
thing. No, it was one thing.
It was like one of those like Russian dolls.
I mean, it was like a good thing, but
Yeah.
Where it's like, boop, boop, boop.
What did I... All right. Yeah, no, that's it, though.
okay.
All right,
Cool. That's trivia.
Trivia's over. All right, cool. Well, since we're in the spoiler-free section, I guess. I mean, after viewing, we're just gonna go really quick here. After viewing this film, just spoiler-free thoughts. Can be vague, you know. We'll dig into the actual film itself in segment 2, but I just want to know how you guys felt after seeing this movie.
Well, I mean, I felt good. I definitely felt like it was going to be more emotional, like because the third one was a real tearjerker at the end when Andy gave away his toys.
Yeah,
and I was
true.
expecting an ending again where I'm just like, oh crap, like don't cry. You're in the theater in front of your brothers. Like there's a little kid next to you. You gotta act tough. Be tough.
Yeah.
But I never even got to that point. Like to me, the ending wasn't really sad. It was almost like happy because of what happened. But we'll get to that
Yeah,
point.
we'll touch base on it.
Hold on, one more thing. I just wanted to say that, like going into the movie, like just before seeing anything, like I didn't really look into it either. I would have never guessed that this would have been the plot. I would have never guessed that. So
Yeah, totally.
They threw a good curveball, and I think I liked the story. I thought it was good.
Oh yeah, star rating as well.
Oh, just like after seeing it.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's right up there with all the other ones. I'll give it. I mean, Pixar's gonna win an Oscar. I'll give it 4 stars.
Yeah, I mean, I knew nothing about it. I was a huge fan. I'm always a fan of the Toy Stories 1 through 4. They're all great. I really wouldn't have a scale for the best one other than like the older ones maybe, but
The first one's the best.
the first one's always the best for like majority of films, I'd say.
Or I don't know. Number 2, shout out to Zurg.
Yeah, it's true. Zurg's awesome. But I just like the whole plots of all Toy Stories. They do it well. It's, they have, there's a conflict they need to resolve. There's always a foe. And like in each one, I always like all of them. Throughout this Toy, the one that they reveal in this one I like it. It was super clever the way they did it. The ending, like you were saying though, Matt, it wasn't like I wasn't tearing, I wasn't crying or anything like the third one did to me, which, I liked, but I don't care. I mean, I like getting caught up in the emotions during any type of movie, but it just makes it hit harder. And like say, like the director, writers, like it worked what they wanted. But yeah, overall, I'd probably give it 3 out of 5, 3.5 out of 5. I enjoyed it. I would totally watch it again.
Nice.
Anytime.
Yeah, I'm not. I agree with you guys. So I'm not going to explain myself. I can. I'll talk more about what I have to say in segment 2. But I'm going to go with 3 stars. Yeah, I'll watch it again. But you guys kind of already hit on my next question. But where do you think this installment ranks for you out of all 4? Do you think it's like just how it goes chronologically? You think number 1's the best, number 2's the best, number 3, number 4?
What do you think? What you just said, like for me, it's chronological.
Yeah,
the first one's the best.
That's how I am.
And like as the story goes on, it gets a little weaker, but it's still entertaining, so it's still good.
It's true.
Like a big knock I can say without giving anything away with the plot, like you wish some of the original characters had more going on in this.
More
involvement.
Yeah.
Totally.
This number 4 just really, it puts a lot of characters in the background. So
Yeah.
I mean, we still had our star characters, though. I mean, it was just them, and then plus new additions, but I know what you're saying. Like, the whole gang was never involved, really.
Yeah. I mean, this one's really about Woody more than anything.
Yeah. So 1 through 4, you think? For you too, Brian?
Yeah, 1 through 4, most definitely.
Yeah, me too. All right, cool. Well, let's go ahead and move on to segment 2 for our full review section. So if you haven't seen the movie and you don't want us to ruin some plot points for you, turn us off and come back after you see it.
Spoilers coming up.
Spoilers.
Segment 2. There's going to be spoilers, so this is your last chance to turn us off and then come back once you've seen the film.
Mm-hmm.
Opening scene. Let's talk about this opening scene, guys. So what we're transported back like 10 years or something, they say, from where we find us in our story.
Yeah, they open up with a flashback. They just throw you back.
I think they said it was like 2008.
Oh yeah, that's 2009.
Mm-hmm.
Do we know
I thought it was
where?
like 10
Do we
years or
know
something.
where like the Andy household is?
No,
They never revealed that.
I don't think so. No, it's just supposed to be just random town, whatever.
Oh, okay.
But we open with a crisis, essentially.
Yes.
Right? Because one of the toys is outside and there's a rainstorm going on and they got to get him back inside.
It's
And
RC car,
yeah,
right?
the RC car.
What's his name? I don't know his name.
Just RC car.
Oh, okay.
He doesn't talk. He
I
just
can't
makes
even
like...
talk.
He revs his
He
engine.
just makes noises.
Yeah, that dude. So he's out there. He's in the mud. Who knows how he got out there, but he
Well,
can't
Andy
get out.
probably just left him outside.
Quick random thought about the RC car. Think of Toy Story Nintendo 64 game. He was the hardest little side mission to beat. Remember, you have to beat him in a race.
Yeah.
It was impossible.
That game was fun.
That was tough. Yeah, that's a
So
Nintendo
tough.
game. Yeah.
Shout out that
Yeah,
Nintendo
seriously,
game.
Nintendo.
Please make another Toy Story game. I would play it.
But yeah, I mean, it's essentially this scene, without going through the whole entire scene, is just to establish that Bo is gone because Andy's sister doesn't want her anymore. She's growing up, so now somebody else is taking her away, right?
Yeah, it's just establishing that sometimes kids they just grow out of a toy.
Yeah, exactly.
So then Bo leaves, but there's a whole moment where Bo basically asks Andy to go, or not Andy, Woody to go with her into the box to go wherever, to a new house. But Woody can't leave Andy, so he goes back to the house.
Yes. And I think how we mentioned earlier with that this is the only movie where the army men don't appear.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, maybe they could have thrown him in this scene for something. Just have him just standing there. I don't know.
Because they had the monkeys that connect.
Yeah, they had the
those are
monkeys.
called?
Yeah. That would have been nice. That would have been nice to
whatever.
see.
Monkeys in a barrel.
Yeah, monkeys in a barrel. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, whatever. I just thought, if you're going to throw in the army guys, maybe you could have done that.
Trying to get
but
them all
whatever.
involved. You know?
Hut.
Nice.
So now Bo Peep is gone. Then we go back to the present where Woody and, I mean, pretty much the entire gang. This is where we leave off when Andy gives his toys to Bonnie, right? Bonnie,
Yep.
she's like in
You
kindergarten.
picked off with her right there.
Yeah, and Woody's experiencing some issues of his own.
Yeah, he's going through the same thing Bo Peep was going for in the beginning of the film. He's not getting played with anymore. And everyone else in the gang is like telling him, like, it's okay, Woody, like, maybe today you'll get picked.
Yeah.
And all that stuff. But
It's really funny, and I like just again with Pixar. Like I remember from the first one, just like the unused toys. Like he gets thrown in the closet, and then there's the closet toys in there. They're just like weird
dude.
looking. They're just like
oh, you got your
They're
first
dusty.
dust bunny.
Name him Harry.
Yeah.
it's just
Dude,
it's
they
classic
do-
comedy. It's funny.
They do such a good job. Like, I mean, this idea is so awesome because with just the personification of toys and trying to make you look at the perspective of a toy, it just makes you feel like a piece of shit as a person for not playing through toys anymore.
It's
Like, seriously,
it's so
man.
true.
But I know definitely after we cut from that flashback to the contemporary, it's when we went through like Andy, and then they play the famous "You Got a Friend in Me" song.
Yep.
That's when that was probably the most emotional part for me.
Oh,
Yeah, not the
true.
story, just that part, just being like, oh shit, here we go. Like I got transported in time. Like
I got goosebumps. Yeah.
being like 6 or 7,
and like Andy was like with Buzz
and
Lightyear.
just,
Yeah,
yeah,
it was
dude, and
classic.
just being like, oh man, like.
Good times.
I just want to be a kid. I just want to play with my toys, man. I don't want to go to work tomorrow. But yeah, so that happens, and then
That's why these movies are so successful, though. Like you can get to anyone because
Yeah,
it's
seriously.
so relatable.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
relatable. Everyone was a kid. Everyone had toys.
Right.
Everyone had to give away their toys. Everyone had to grow up just like Andy did.
yeah,
And now in this one, you're finding out that you grow out of toys.
yeah. And so, I mean, Bonnie, she's going to kindergarten, and that's when she makes Forky,
Yeah,
right?
because
Hand-built.
Woody feels like he has to go with her to kindergarten to make her, have a good day. Do anything in his power to make her day go better because she was nervous about going.
Yes.
And he's doing this even when she's not playing with him.
Yeah.
Because he's having like a midlife crisis.
Yes,
basically.
yeah,
Or
is-
toy,
essentially.
he's having a toy life crisis.
Yeah, exactly, exactly, yeah. They got really, I don't even know the word, really deep on this one, I think,
like,
as far as like identity-wise for toys, compared to the other ones, maybe.
Yeah, I agree.
So Forky, what is Forky made out of, you guys?
A spork.
Spork.
And some,
Spork, some yarn, googly eyes,
Yeah.
and clay and popsicles.
I mean, that was kind of cool. Like, I'm kind of like iffy. I like Forky. I also hate him at the same time. But I thought it was kind of cool how they just made some little girl like just create a life just out of bullshit.
Yeah,
right. Like that was kind of interesting.
I liked it just because kids do that. Like they'll
Yeah.
you can just take anything and turn it into a toy for them because they have an imagination. So
Yeah.
I thought it was cool, and then I liked how it came to life.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
And was like, what? Like he was like trash. He just wanted to be in the trash because, like, he was just
He's a fork.
he was just like a Neanderthal, like because he was
Yeah.
just brought into life. He was born
Yeah.
yesterday.
exactly.
Literally.
Yeah,
It was. I liked it a lot. I thought he was a funny character.
yeah,
The trash part was really funny. Like it was like at least 10 to 15 minutes of screen time, like where Woody would not allow him go in trash.
no,
It was
Nobody
funny.
would let him go in trash.
It was
yeah,
fun.
right.
Because yeah, Woody felt like he had to keep Forky there because Bonnie needed him to be happy.
Yeah.
She was her favorite toy, you know.
Yes, yeah. Forky becomes her favorite toy, and I mean, it's kind of funny. Like, she has so many awesome toys.
And she brings them all on the road trip, by the way. Which
Yeah,
is, we're on the road trip.
That was
now.
ridiculous.
We're on the road trip.
Road trip.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
road trip.
all of her toys get brought along. I thought some of them were going to get left behind.
So did
like,
I.
I thought Woody. I was like, dude, you're not coming on the road trip
I mean,
because
dude,
she's already not playing with you.
exactly.
But
I didn't
maybe
understand
the
why he
parents-
got brought.
Maybe the parents packed the toys and just put them all, and just like the
Yeah,
dad's like,
true.
whatever, like here, take them all.
When that happened, I was like, why is Woody on this road trip when she's leaving him in the closet? Like, did he sneak in her backpack again? But whatever.
Oh, well.
You
But
have to
this
do
is
it.
This is my theory that Pixar can go into another idea. When the old toys that don't get played with and the families go on vacation, those old toys throw a big toy party.
Yeah, for real. They had
That
an
would be
open
nuts.
house back at the crib. They
Open
probably had a
house.
really good time.
Yeah,
That'd be
it's true.
crazy, man.
They probably had a great time.
They can do whatever they want. They don't have to act dead or anything. Or not dead, but you know what I mean. So yeah, they're road tripping. We have no idea where they're going.
Yeah, and it's basically the montage Bryan said at this point. On the road trip, it's just Forky wants to be in the garbage can.
Yeah.
Woody won't let him go in the garbage
Yep.
can.
And Forky just jumps out of a moving RV
Mm-hmm.
because he just wants to go in trash. That's his goal. That's what he wants to do. That's all he knows. So Woody jumps out after him because, like we've been saying,
He
Forky
needs to bring
completes
Forky,
Bonnie.
yeah. So he
Yeah.
gets Forky. They
Woody's a
basically
good
become
guy.
pals. And
Yes.
they get back to the camp, and they meet up with all the other toys.
Yes.
Well, actually, they don't because
Yeah.
they go to an antique store.
Yeah, because Woody thinks he sees
Bo
Bo
Peep.
or whatever.
He sees her lamp.
Yes.
Yeah, right.
Which she was like a toy that came attached to a lamp
Yes.
for a child that was afraid of the dark.
Yeah. So just with this first encounter with the antique store, what did you guys think? What did you guys think of the antique store?
Well, you meet the enemy, and I'm doing like air quotations with my hands right now.
Yeah.
I mean, I liked it because they kind of gave it it was like spooky more than anything. It
Yeah,
was kind of
totally.
like because they introduced you with a ventriloquism doll pushing another doll in like this baby cart.
That was so creepy.
It was
man.
and then
creepy.
the ventriloquist just like couldn't talk. Like he just always had a smile.
Yeah,
like
the puppet was a mute, but yeah, the girl that was a doll had this very like enthusiastic, like to a point
it
where
was,
it was
good,
creepy.
dude.
Gabby
I liked
Gabby,
it a
dude.
lot.
Yeah,
I
Gabby
liked it a
Gabby,
lot.
and she wants Woody's voice box.
Yes.
because hers is broke.
Which is, I mean, from a toy's perspective, that is a great motivation to want to have
Oh,
because
yeah, 'cause then you get-
hers is broken and she feels like having that broken voice box is not allowing her to be essentially adopted by a kid.
Yeah.
And that's all she wants.
That's all she wants.
She wants to be loved.
Yeah. Which, I mean, you can't argue with her. I think when I viewed her as the villain, right, I thought she was going to be a great villain just for that purpose because you can understand why she's doing that.
Yeah,
There's a
exactly.
valid reason of why she wants to do stuff, not just she's a crazy, like Zurg type character or something, right? Not hating on Zurg, but like,
He just hated Buzz Lightyear.
yeah, they were
all it was.
he was made that way, but this chick had a
She
plausible
had
reason
motive.
for what she was doing.
She had thought, plans, like motive.
Yeah, and
Whatever.
awesome henchmen. Those dummies were awesome.
They were great. Yeah.
Benson, Vincent. I don't know. Remember the other guy's names?
I don't.
but,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Creepy. And now we're kind of at the point now where it's just like everything is culminated to this. Woody and Forky are kind of being like trapped,
Yes.
trying to get away from these like bad guys who want to take Woody's voice box.
Yeah.
Where the gang, everyone else, is on the RV with Bonnie's family, wondering where they are.
Yes.
And so now it's like Buzz Lightyear is going to leave the RV, come look for Woody.
Yes.
And now there's just kind of like it's a whole.
And he's listening to his inner voice, which is just he's pushing a button and he's just listening to whatever his recorded whatever
Yeah,
voice
I mean,
is telling him to do.
There's all kinds of funny things that happen. Like we don't have to go through every little event.
No.
But like the big kind of culmination is that they realize that they have to get Forky back because Gabby is holding him kidnapped, right?
Right.
So then Bo Peep, who they eventually meet up with,
Right.
I
and
completely
who's
forgot
now-
how the hell weren't they just at the carnival?
They were at a park.
Yep.
Oh, they were at it was playtime.
She's just a traveling toy.
Yeah.
Like, she travels around. Kids play with her. She travels around. Yeah.
And she's kind of like a badass.
Woody
She has
so
this
happened to be there, yeah.
remote control, like, raccoon car. Or it's a skunk.
Yeah, skunk.
So she drives it around so people, like, always get out of her way because
Yeah.
they think it's a skunk.
Yeah.
Right.
And she's just living the dream.
Bo Peep's
She's
a badass.
She's
That's cool.
super happy. Yeah, being
Bo
an
Peep
unknown
badass,
toy.
yeah, right.
What was the word? It was like a
Rogue?
A rogue toy, yeah, essentially.
Something
Oh,
like that.
Lost.
A
Lost
toy.
Lost
That's
toy.
what Woody kept
what it
referring
was.
to it as.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
And it's just a really interesting dynamic because Woody's meeting Bo Peep again for the first time in a while.
Yeah, 10
and
years.
he's having this whole crisis that, you know, he's basically going to become a lost toy because he's not
Yeah.
getting played with
Yes.
and he's having a hard time dealing with it.
Yes.
And then she's a lost toy and she's living the dream. So it was like they were really on different ends when they met.
Yeah, totally. I mean, and here we also meet, I mean, a ton of new characters with, I mean, we're not going to go through the events, but just some new characters like Duke Kaboom, we said, Keanu Reeves. There's Combat Carl, he was only in a scene, but I thought those 3 Combat Carls were hilarious.
Yeah, they were going to pinata party.
Yeah, it was funny.
Combat Carl's getting played with today.
There's like Ducky. I mean, I don't remember their names exactly. Ducky, the rabbit, the carnival toys, you know, that you win. And then there was, I can't remember her name, the little like police chick.
I don't remember her name either.
She was super tiny.
She would bounce all over the place.
Yeah, I don't remember.
She was
her
Bo
name.
Peep's buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So out of these new characters, I mean, even the ones maybe I didn't even name, who'd you like the most?
I like Duke
Boom.
Kaboom.
Yeah, Kaboom.
Yeah, I was gonna say
He was
Duke
funny.
Kaboom
He was
as
like
well.
super insecure about the fact that he was advertised to be a toy
do it.
that could fly and do amazing stunts, but then like when you buy the toy, he doesn't do anything. He's just a little, he's just a toy.
I mean, that was such a spot-on critique of commercials, like kids commercials. It was awesome.
They just make the toy seem like it can do all this shit it
reality,
can't do.
it sucks.
Yeah.
Think of moon shoes. You know how many times I rolled my ankle on that thing?
It's
I didn't
all an illusion.
I didn't jump that high.
Those had to
Wow.
they had to get sued for like some torn like ankle ligaments or something.
Wow, shout out moon shoes. Jesus. I never thought I would utter the word moon shoe again. Oh yeah, and then also while we're talking about characters, because Matt, I know you said this a little earlier.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is definitely one of the things that we wanted to talk about. Like, I mean, one of the first things we talked about after we left the theater riding home was we thought, and I mean, you can't really do it with all the characters that you have, but a lot of the characters who were special and very known since the first movie did not get any runtime at all.
Like
in this.
loved characters.
Yeah.
And they just got maybe like 1 or 2, 3 lines.
It was just when they were together. You know, it wasn't.
They didn't do anything, man.
Yeah.
They just sat
They
there.
all
Like,
stayed on the RV. Yeah.
what did Jessie from Toy Story 2, what did she do? The only thing she offered the whole movie was just
She gave the RV a flat tire
with a nail.
so the family couldn't
That's
leave.
it.
So Woody and Buzz and everyone had more time to get back. Forky too. Yeah.
That's all she did. But I mean, from their perspective, how they set the scenes up where the toys were just sitting in the back of the RV. Like, you can't have them all disappear. So
No.
they would notice that.
It's true.
So, yeah, I mean, that's tough. You can't really do that much. But I was kind of mad about that.
Yeah, I just feel frustrated just because those are characters that we all really like, and it's just like, okay, like why weren't they more involved? But
Yeah.
when you get what's going on with Woody, it kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
Like he needed to be alone. He felt like with Forky.
Right. Yeah, this was his
Man,
story for
Tyler,
sure.
You get this deep. We're getting this deep, and it's just a cartoon. Right? It's crazy.
I mean, but it's just like, it's just good writing.
Yeah, no, it's great.
Yeah, it's great writing, and it's awesome characters that people care about. Like I care
Yeah.
about Woody.
Right.
I care about you, Woody.
Yeah.
But, you know, I think we left off where Bo and Woody are together. Bo, Woody, and Buzz, they all meet up on the roof of the antique shop because I
Right.
think that's where they're trying to get in.
Yep, and they have the help of Duke Kaboom,
Carnival characters.
Rabbit, Ducky,
Yep.
all the new characters. It's basically a breakout plan to go rescue Forky.
Yes.
Because they think Gabby is the bad guy, right?
Right.
And I personally like this part. You know, it was like Spec Ops missions. Bo Peep knew the antique shop. You had all
Yeah.
the ventriloquism dolls like on watch. Like
Yeah.
their heads would rotate in full 360.
Yeah.
Like it was cool.
It was
super
nice.
cool.
And
Key
there's a
Peele were
cat.
funny.
Yeah, Key and Peele were funny. They
Yes,
had like that
yes.
whole flat. They had like a quick like future reference of like how are they going to get the, because Forky was in like this center like china cabinet essentially with glass all the way around it, and it was
Yeah,
locked, and
right.
like the store owner had the key, so they just had like quick like 5 minutes of how they're going to get the key, and Key and Peele just had classic comedy of how they're going to do it.
Yeah, they wanted to attack the old lady.
But how do they get the key in this whole effort?
The old lady just ended up setting it down right next to them. So that was funny. Like they have all these elaborate plans to get the key,
great.
and then they just get it without doing anything.
Yeah, it was pretty funny.
Yeah, I mean, we don't have to explain everything here.
No.
What basically ends up happening is that Woody decides to give Gabby his voice box.
Yes.
If she'll give him Forky back.
Right.
And in that moment, he kind of realizes that she's not even really a bad person. She's not a bad guy. Like, she's been around since the 60s, I think they alerted
She's just been in an antique
She's
shop.
a toy as old as Woody.
Well, she was made defective.
Right.
So she's never had a good voice box.
She's never had a kid. Ever. She's never had one kid like that played with her for any period of time.
Yeah.
Yes.
So Woody's like, you know what? You can have it. So he gives her the voice box. It works. She's super happy. They have this whole moment where it's leading up to her getting picked by the granddaughter of the owner of the antique shop. Yeah. And the girl just throws her away.
Yeah.
And I kind of smiled at that moment because I was like, they did it. Like, everyone thought that was going to be the perfect match.
Yes.
Right. I knew she wouldn't pick her.
Right. So now Gabby's all upset.
Right.
Woody's telling her, hey, like, you can come play with my kid, Bonnie, right?
Mm-hmm.
So now the whole gang is going back to the RV.
Yes.
While it's like a crunch for time because the dad of the RV of Bonnie is trying to leave, right?
And he's looking for Forky, a plastic spork friend.
Yes.
And
talk about a dad and a patience level.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
The
flat
tire. He's looking for a spork for hours while his kid's crying. Well, she has 100 other toys on the RV.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, this guy's going to have like a heart attack. His cholesterol, like his blood pressure. Oh, man.
Dad award right there. But yeah, they travel through a carnival.
Yep. Which was cool. I thought the whole carnival scene was cool.
To get where they need to be actually, Bonnie and her family decide that, all right, it's time. We're leaving. We're going. Mm-hmm. And that's when the other toys on the car intervene and they essentially take over the RV, like all the tech and... they're even driving.
They were driving the car.
They took over the GPS. That's what they were doing.
That was funny.
It was funny. All they did was turn it off, and then Jesse started talking. Like that's.
It wasn't Jesse. It was like the Triceratops.
Oh, it was the Triceratops. Nice.
Yeah. So they eventually lead them back to the carnival, like the middle of the carnival. Yeah, the cops are surrounding them, like, "What the hell is wrong with your car?"
At this point, too, I was thinking to myself. I was like, in any other Toy Story, were the toys doing this much to interact with the humans? And I was really thinking back, and I couldn't think of any moment. But then Drew reminded me in Toy Story 1, it's Woody, right, who says, like, what does he say to Sid?
He's just like, first he's saying stuff where his mouth isn't moving, mm-hmm. and then like he has this whole monologue, and then he looks him in the face, his head's spinning, and then he just says, "Now play nice." Yeah. So that's when they completely spook Sid out.
And he screams and runs away. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So I'm sure they've done it multiple times with, It's like
breaking a barrier almost between, like, because the humans don't know they're alive.
Yes.
But they are alive.
Yeah.
Mind-blowing.
Yeah.
But yeah, there was just a ton of interaction where the toys, they're bringing the car back. They end up bringing the car back to the carnival. And they made it. Everyone that wanted to be there was there, all the toys.
Yeah.
Gabby ended up getting found by a little kid who was lost at the carnival.
Yes. So lost.
This little girl, she loved it. She picked up Gabby, absolutely loved it.
Mm-hmm. That was nice. I like that.
Yeah.
It
was a great ending for Gabby.
Yeah, for sure.
She was so happy.
Yeah, hell yeah.
So that was great closure there. And then everyone else is going to go back onto the RV. And then Bo Peep is telling Woody that she's going to stay.
Yeah, like she's like, nah, I like being a lost toy.
She likes being a lost toy. And she was going to, what was her plan? She was going to leave that carnival.
Yeah.
Or travel with the carnival.
Just explore the world or something, yeah.
So pretty cool. Like, she's being like, that's pretty brave.
The lost toy, exactly.
All that stuff.
Yeah, totally.
And then this is culminating to, like, the big ending, right? Mm-hmm. Where...
Well, as you've married, I'm assuming you would call it, like, Woody has his crush on Bo Peep.
Yeah.
Oh, totally.
We've known from the first
like
one.
each other.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
But yeah, it's Woody's caught like in a 50-50. He's doesn't know, do I go to the RV, do I stay with my girl? And Buzz comes out. They have their own confrontation. I don't remember exactly what Buzz says, but I liked it.
It was very rushed.
It was rushed.
You thought it was rushed?
Well, I thought it was too.
Well, it was rushed like in the like circumstance what was happening because eventually the RV had like drove away.
Yeah. Yes.
Like so they had to rush.
They had no time, mm-hmm. And then Woody was just about to say something, and then I think Buzz was just like she'll be okay with it or something, and he just meant like Bonnie.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
like,
Yeah.
he was basically telling him like it's okay.
She
man.
doesn't
Like,
play with you anymore, you know?
Yeah, like
that's it.
go be with Bo. Like go be happy there.
Yeah, seriously.
And I was really hoping they would
the
do
part
something
between
cooler,
Woody
like
and
yeah,
Buzz.
because they were boys, and like that's it though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
seriously.
They just kind of were like, all right, man, goodbye, and then
Yeah.
like, that was it. And then he ran back to Bo.
Yeah.
And then they had to hop on the RV, and then that's the end of Woody's storyline with all the other toys.
Toy Story.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah, I mean, with
It was
that,
happy. Like I was
Yeah.
really happy for Woody because it's like, dude, Bonnie doesn't play with you. Like go
yeah,
explore for once.
go do something, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Seriously. I mean, I guess since we just wrapped up with the ending, I mean, do you guys think that's the end of this franchise? Like, as far as Toy Story 4, like, do you think there'll be a Toy Story 5?
What do you think,
I don't-
Brian?
Or do you think
To be
there'll
honest,
be just, like,
no.
spin-off movies?
I think it's going to be a spin-off movie because Woody's the main character. And he's gone. You
Mhm.
can't just make a Toy Story where it's all the rest of the characters without Woody. Like,
Yeah.
it's just not going to be the same.
I have a Woody.
Maybe
I just remember that. There's like one somewhere buried here in the house.
it's
Oh, yeah,
my
totally.
Woody.
Oh, it's yours?
Yeah.
Okay.
Dude, we have Woody and
it was
Buzz
like
Lightyear.
it was like collectively like we all played with that toy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, it's just like you can't call it Toy Story 5 if he's not in it.
Yeah, totally. No, I
You
agree.
know.
I think this will be the last one.
I have an answer from Pixar actually.
Oh,
I was going to
really?
do this in trivia earlier, but I saved it.
All right, do it.
So, is it really the end? Is Toy Story 4 the end? According to the producers, yes. At least for Woody. So no more Woody stuff. That's how they want it.
Sure.
They never say never at Pixar, and the movie just made $700 million. It's going to get to $1 billion probably. So they're saying they liked it as the final chapter. They were satisfied with the ending, but there's an implied future to to another film. Like they can't say no because the money's going to be there.
Yeah, it's
So
I
it's probably going
guess.
to pick up with everyone else with Bonnie, those toys. So
Interesting.
Woody should be out of it. I know,
Yeah.
some other things I want to talk about because then that's Tom Hanks, right? Tom Hanks is out of the Toy Story franchise.
Yep.
Yes.
He revealed voicing the latest, in the last film, he revealed that all the voice acting was emotionally exhausting for him. He said it was terrible. These are exact quotes. It was terrible. I never began a recording session without wishing it was already over. Woody
What?
is clenched all the time. It's exhausting. Because in the film, Woody, he's clenched all the time. He's always stressed out.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
So I kind of feel that, but at the same time, it's like you're not really Woody. You're just talking to the mic. But I guess if you get that into acting, I guess
gotta
it
get
can-
Yeah, if he does that.
Yeah,
it can
that's
really
crazy.
affect him. And this is even more. He said the ending, recording it, like actually sitting down and doing the recording for the ending. Tom Hanks said that it was very emotional for him. It was a moment in history. That's a quote he said.
Wow.
And he also added that he couldn't face anyone in the crew while recording the final lines because he was getting so emotional doing it. And this was 6 weeks after that quote I just read was 6 weeks after co-star Tim Allen, Buzz Lightyear. He said he couldn't even get through the last few scenes because of how emotional they were. But
They didn't
in
have that
reality,
big of a confrontation.
yeah, the confrontation. The words weren't emotional. Maybe just like the
definitely not.
separation.
Yeah.
It's definitely, I don't even think it has to do anything about with Woody and Buzz, like their interact. I think it's more of just like, wow, I've been doing this role for 20 years and now it's
Taking
over.
care of a kid, yeah, for 20 years.
Okay,
No.
that's true.
No, I'm talking about like just Tom Hanks, like, and
Oh,
just being like,
right,
I've
right.
been Woody for 20 years and now it's over.
Yeah, but it
Like,
was only 4 movies.
Yeah,
like,
it's
it's not
true.
like
yeah, but that's 4 movies, dude.
I guess
That's a long time.
4 movies of money for Tom Hanks, Matt.
Yeah, maybe he was just emotional because he's like, no more paychecks.
I mean, no, I doubt that. I mean, he probably, I don't know. He probably loved this shit, man.
That's true.
I love it too.
I would have a lot of fun with it.
I don't know. To me, I don't know why he would be getting so emotional when his character is getting a really happy ending. Woody's he's getting to be
I don't
with the person he wants to be with, Bo, and now he has this whole life ahead of him where he doesn't have to take care of a kid. Like he can do what he wants to do.
Are
I don't know. I have no idea.
Toys-
He's free.
Are these toys immortal?
That,
Unless you don't get like shredded by an animal or
'Cause that-
thrown in a fire.
in Toy Story 4, a toy does get ripped in half by the cat, but he's okay. It's just his bottom half is missing.
Yeah,
I think they're immortal as long as you don't get burned. Incinerated.
probably.
As long as you're probably right. I mean, that's pretty cool, but at the same time, is it a curse? Ooh, that's a deep question.
Oh, jeez.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe. Probably not. I mean, plus in the first one you had like the Frankenstein toys, so that's a
Yeah.
whole nother talking point.
I don't know. It's a really cool universe. Was that a fart or was that the chair?
I was probably the chair.
Yeah, it was the chair. Let's just say it was the chair. But what I was just going to say, just overall, is that this universe that they created where toys can talk, it's awesome.
It's totally awesome, man.
It's so cool. It just really gives you a different perspective to think about your life when you were a kid.
Yeah.
You know, how you should treat your kids. You could just go on and on and on. All Pixar does is just really help us really think about who we are in a way.
Yeah.
Yes. They're so good at that.
I definitely want to watch the other ones because, I mean, 1 and 2 I've seen the most. 3 I've only seen it one time.
Me too. I've only seen it once.
I want to watch the other ones for sure now. Yeah. I'm still pissed that our VHS for number 1 got eaten by the
The
player.
raccoon, right?
No, it didn't get eaten by an animal.
I mean, the quality
got eaten by a VHS player.
The quality of those is just obsolete now.
Yeah, but they're still like cool, heirlooms, I guess, or just whatever you want to call them.
It's true.
Yeah. Right, yeah. Toy Story 4, guys.
Yeah, it was good. Go see it if you haven't yet.
Yeah, we definitely recommend it.
Maybe
for sure.
see it later at night though, so not a lot of kids will be there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Stick around for the after credits. There's always a little clip that
Oh
ran.
shit, we need to say it. We need to talk about that really quickly because Ducky and Rabbit, man, yeah. If you don't want to hear it, turn it off. But I love that, dude.
It was awesome.
I love that when Ducky and Rabbit got huge and they started blowing lasers out of their eyes.
Yeah, it was sick.
Oh,
that was really
at the
fun.
carny. Oh, that was the best. It was awesome.
I initially thought, just random, when they showed that carny that was working, where Ducky and Rabbit was, I was like, is that Sid growing up? Like, are they doing this to us right now?
No, because he was the garbage man in the
They
third
didn't
one.
do it. Oh, he was. Yeah.
He was wearing his shirt.
The skull shirt?
Yep.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So they wrapped him up in the third one.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure that guy, the carny, or not the carny, the guy who was just like managing the game stand at the carnival, I think I saw he had a Pizza Planet tattoo on his leg.
Really?
Yeah.
Pizza Planet?
I could be wrong, but whatever.
Pixar's just so well doing full circle things.
No matter what platform you're using to listen to us, I just want it to be known that we're available on iTunes, Spreaker, and YouTube. So if you like our content, please be sure to follow all of our channels so you can stay in the loop with new episodes. Also, feel free to give us a rating and leave us comments, or send us an email at screenplayjunkie.show@gmail.com. We'd love to hear your feedback. Also, if you have any recommendations of screenplays we should read, movies we should watch, or really anything, let us know on any of our platforms. We're always looking for other things to check out. On the next episode, we're going to be taking a look at the 1997 Matt Damon, Ben Affleck, and Robin Williams drama, Good Will Hunting. Thank you for listening. We hope you can join us next time.